What's up, guys? I am the Call of Duty Cinema, and today I'm going to be bringing you some tips and tricks for how to get an M.O.A.B, or Mother of All Bombs. So basically an M.O.A.B is a 24 gun streak, and you can only get it with your gun. So if you're using assault or support, it's going to be much more difficult for you to get this MOAB. I like to use Specialist because it gives you more perks than your opponent, and when you do that, it just makes it incredibly easy. So you'll become like a super soldier, and you'll just be able to win those gunfights more often and much better. So the class I'm using is an ACR with silencer and extended mags. So I use the attachments proficiency because it allows me to, like, let's say I get Specialist. When you get Specialist, you get all the proficiencies. So if you, like, when you get all the proficiencies, if you're using just one attachment, that means you're missing out on the other attachment that you could be using. So basically you're just maxing out the potential of your proficiencies. Now, my perks is Scavenger Pro, Assassin Pro, and Sit Rep Pro. So Scavenger Pro, I like to start out with that because Scavenger Pro gives you an extra, it gives you more bullets to put into your enemy. Like with regular Scavenger, you go around getting your bullets with Scavenger packs. With Scavenger Pro, you just start out with maximum ammo. So basically you don't have to change your gun. Even though I'm saying this, I do pick up a PP90 M1 because in the situation I was right there, I knew that I could pick off guys much more easily in close engagements. So I would have rather had a PP90 than an ACR. So anyway, my equipment is a C4 and my special grenade. It's not really a grenade, but it's a portable radar. So the C4, it's a great equipment if you don't know. So what a C4 does is, basically, instead of a Semtex, where you just chuck it, you throw the C4. It doesn't have as much range as a Semtex, but it's still very, very good. It has a much higher explosion damage rate, so, and you get to choose when you set it off. So let's say an enemy's around the corner and you know he's there. Instead of throwing a Semtex and letting him wait and like run away because he knows there's a grenade there, you just throw your C4 and double tap X and blow him up. So double tapping X, you can just sets off the C4 automatically instead of waiting and pulling the C4 trigger again. So there's another tip for you guys. So here's some tips for getting a MOAB. You usually want to stick to the outskirts of the map. Because of this, you don't want to be in the high traffic flow where all the enemies are, because then your chance of getting killed is greatly increased. You definitely want to be on the outside of the map, so then there's like less grenades and stuff flying at you, and then you can take out the enemies take them from the side or behind. So then they have pretty much no way of winning this gunfight. And speaking of gunfights, you always want to put yourself in a position to control the engagement. Now what I mean by this is you always want to make it pretty much impossible for your enemy to kill you. And you do this by sneaking up behind them or using Sit Rep Pro. Now Sit Rep Pro allows you to sound tour basically. It increases your enemy's footsteps by twice. So even if they're using dead silence, you will still hear them. So that's why I don't like dead silence, because it's not a great perk. It can be countered, and then you're basically down 2 perks to your opponent's 3. So Sit Rep is a very, very good perk. Now, besides that, I like to play on tactical, and when you play on tactical, it's more for drop shotting instead of knifing. Like, basically you're giving up panic knifing for drop shotting, and when you drop shot, it makes it incredibly harder for your opponent to kill you, because instead of you just standing up and being a sitting duck, you lay down while they're still standing up, and then you can take them out easily. You just get a couple of shots right in their chest, and then they're still shooting at thin air thinking you're still standing up. So bam, right there, easy kill. Now, another way to control the engagement is to set yourself up in a position. Like you saw in the beginning of the gameplay, when I put myself outside of the little box area right there where all the enemies ran in from A, and right there I pick up the MOAB, so that's pretty cool. But so you just put yourself right outside of that box area, and it makes it incredibly harder for your enemy to shoot you, because they're just running in there thinking there's no one right in front of them, and then bam, they're shot from the side. So it's another great way to control the engagement. Now, with my ACR and my gun classes, I like to use the MP9 as my secondary, because I think it's a great gun. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I put a lot of time and effort into this video, so if you could give it a like, maybe even subscribe, that'd really help me out. I'll definitely have more of these MOAB tips and tricks videos for you, so stick around, subscribe, like. Thanks for watching.